Welcome Rockstars to more Minecraft Cobblemon. Today's gonna be exciting because we're gonna go out and look for some specific Pokemon to build up our team and maybe battle the next gym leader. It's exciting, so let's dive into it. Alright Rockstars, let's first of all grab our PC because we might need that to switch out our team. And we've got Wide Ear, so we have Hypnosis with our Slaking, Breloom, and Skeledirge fully EV trained, and you know they're fully evolved. All we have to do is equal level them. We need to work on the rest of our Pokemon team, especially because we have Erica, the gym leader, next. So I want to get at least one brand new Pokemon today, maybe fight Erica depending on if we find her, show up in her biome or whatnot. I'm thinking maybe a ground, bug, or water type. Erica, if I remember correctly, is a psychic type, or is she the grass type and psychic type is next? It's been a while since I've touched the original Gen 1 games with their gym leader. Either way, bug would be perfect for both grass and the overall psychic typing as well. Water and ground are just good coverage and typings to have. Sadly though, I don't have any specific Pokemon that I want in mind, so that's gonna be a little more difficult since I don't know what I want. I'm hoping if we just find a biome we haven't really explored yet here in Cobblemon, that will give me some inspiration. But we've done a good bit of traveling, so I know I'm gonna have to run a pretty far ways. We have a lot of oak, birch, and taiga right next to us. There's a mesa a couple thousand blocks away, so we don't have a whole lot of immediate options. A dark type wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind pulling out Drapion again. I haven't used him in Cobblemon, and he's a dark poison type. He starts bug. I wish he was more bug dark or bug poison because he's literally a scorpion, but I can't knock the poison dark type combo. The only problem is that means we're gonna have 3 physical attackers. We only have Skeledirge as a special attack, and Skeledirge is a bit more of a slower Pokemon, so it's fine if we get Drapion, but we kind of need to focus. We have a tank with both Skeledirge and Slaking, right? They're both bulky Pokemon compared to Breloom, and we have a speedy physical attacker with Breloom if he doesn't get replaced. Right now, I don't think I want to replace him with anyone. I really like having Breloom on the team, so I'm thinking we need something like a speedy special attacker like Jolteon, but not Jolteon, because I'm biased towards Jolteon as my favorite Pokemon, so we're gonna try not to use him. And getting Eevee with good stats would be incredibly difficult. Well, it seems this birch and taiga forest combination is never gonna end, so I guess I'll see you guys when we actually find something worth stopping for. Here we go. See, we've been in a jungle, and this one's somewhat close to the house, even though I don't remember exactly where it is, but we have a desert, home of Drapion and Larvesta. Does Larvesta have a model in this? Can I get Volcarona? I know I already have a fire type, but it is a bug type, and I love Volcarona. Probably my favorite bug Pokemon. Ooh, we could get Shinx, but once again, that's a physical attacker, and I like Luxray's design, but I've never liked using him in battle. I've tried it before multiple times, mainly when I play Diamond or Diamond and Pearl, but yeah, or Brilliant Diamond, that's what I meant to say, the Gen 4 remakes, but I think we're gonna stay away from him from now. I don't see what we're looking for. I don't see Drapion anywhere. Oh, I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my mind. It's been so long since I've run this Pokemon. Sandile though? Crocodile? I love Crocodile. Dark ground type, speedy physical attacker. I know I don't want another physical attacker, but it's been so long since I've run him. I think I just have to. I love Crocodile so much. I don't know what it is about him. I really don't. There are some Pokemon that I really have a draw for, a grab to. They lure me in, I guess. Crocodile is one of them. So it's like when I play Arc. When I play Arc, Iguanodon is not a very good dino to have. He's alright, especially for early game defense or berry gathering, but I almost always get one no matter what when I play Arc on my downtime because it's just one of my favorite dinos in the game. Why? I don't know. It is cool. And that's simply it. I really don't. I just always choose it. Oh, I should check the stats of this guy. That would be probably helpful if we know he's actually worth keeping. So IVs, you have 1 physical attack and 19 speed. You're just garbage. Hot garbage. That sucks, but we can find more of them. It's not like they don't naturally spawn here or anything. It's a decently common spawn, I would guess. Well, here's a desert temple. Do you think it has any Pokemon item rewards or loot? That'd be really nice. I think I'd appreciate most lucky eggs and rare candies at the moment. Unless you want to toss a Master Ball my way, but I don't see that happening. I hardly see this having custom loot. Sometimes they do, sometimes they do not, and I've just blown myself up. Yep, okay. And yep. Well, luckily, since the chunks aren't loaded, my stuff won't despawn, but I have a very long way back to go. Alright, Rockstars, so I've got most of my stuff back, whatever didn't actually blow up in the explosion, so I lost a bunch of Ultra Balls, my pickaxe. Ooh, Crocodile, please be really good, because I've caught a bunch of sandiles now, which is literally what I was about to talk about before I saw this bad boy, and they've not been very good. I've got the best one in my party, 19 attack, 11 speed. It's not a great IV set, considering they can be maxed out at 31, so I'm hoping Rock here will give us a better chance, but I made the realization that when we were in the Mesa biome, we saw a lot more Drapions, Jappies, and just sandiles in general. I think Pixelmon has more spawns in the desert for those Pokemon, but in Cobblemon, they're a lot better in the Mesa biome. So it actually ended up screwing us coming to this super far out desert biome instead of going to the slightly less far out Mesa biome that we had already discovered. Bit of a disappointing fact, and not really anything we can do about it unless we're going to travel all of that again. So I think we're just going to stick here. Maybe we'll get a lucky spawn or something. There we go. Okay, I can pick all these back up now. Come on, buddy. Just get in the Great Ball. I know you want to. Alright, so we finally caught the Rock. And is this a sandstorm going on in the desert? This has to be a Cobblemon. This is a Cobblemon thing, clearly, because it's too fancy for craft. Let's see. What are your stats? You have 8 attack and 16 speed. You're just as mediocre, if not worse, than the last one that we had. That's just super annoying. And I'm out of food, so I need to get wood so I can craft bread out of my wheat that I got from the village. I might head home to the Mesa biome, because that place was so much more lively with the Pokemon that we're looking for specifically. And I need to restock up on food and Pokeballs in the first place, so that probably would be the best option. Yeah, I think that's the... Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go home. I like this, but at least we know where it is now, because we don't have a desert biome very close to us. Like, you don't have to be perfect. I just need you to be better than average, basically. 11 speed, 3 attack. That's even worse than every other one we've caught so far. You're just garbage, bro. I'm gonna say apparently I was wrong. I could have swore I thought I saw more sandiles and Droppies or Drapions. I forget the original evolutionary form of it. Spawned here in the Mesa or Badlands, whatever you want to call it, and I haven't seen one of either. I wasn't expecting that. They just weren't spawning as often as I expected in the desert, so I was like, oh, okay, so that makes sense, because Cobblemon spawns are weird, especially compared to Pixelmon. If you've played so much Pixelmon and you know the spawns and the biomes and everything really well, it can throw you off with Cobblemon. Things are similar and be very different, or you can find things that are in the same spot but also spawn very commonly in spots that don't make sense at all. Luckily, there is a desert next to us, so we can go, or at least a tiny version of a desert, so we can go Sandile and Drapion hunting again. I'm not asking for a lot here. It doesn't need to be 3? Oh, I haven't found anything above 19 in one stat at a time. This is insane. I get IVs. They're completely random. It's RNG. It's luck based. Blah 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 blah. It's not like I'm just not looking for blah blah blah. It's if I could ever speak, if I could get my train of thought, this is what happens when you don't eat. Make sure you guys eat, because my brain is not working. We're not looking for anything with like 80% plus IVs. We just need good IVs in 2 specific stats out of 6, a third of the total categories. So an average of what, like a 33.3% chance of getting something good, or realistically, or 33% chance of getting the 2 stats that we need. I think it's more annoying because we're just not finding a lot of sandiles overall, and I haven't found any Scorpies. That's what it's called, not Drapies. It's Scorpies. Drapies or Droppies are the dragon ghost, which I forget its name's pre-evolution. At least we finally have another sandile here. Oh, there's another one across the way. Yay. Come on. Maybe they spawn more at nighttime. I mean, it's harder to get stuff done at nighttime because of the mobs. 24 speed, 15 attack. That one's actually okay. That's one's not horrible. So where's that other sandile though? Hold on. There was just one right here. You're skirting off, leaving the desert, buddy? I don't think that's your homeland. I don't think that's where you belong. You're regulated for the temperature of the desert. Come on, just get in the quick ball, buddy, and we'll be all good and safe and nice and happy. And you come out to 23 attack, 4 speed. Oh, attack is way more important than speed, and speed's decently important, I think, for Crocodile. I'm pretty sure he's a speedy physical attacker. So we kind of have 2 options. Do we go with the speedier Pokemon with the mediocre attack, or do we go with the horrible speed Pokemon with a really good attack. And they're both females, so we can't breed them together either, which would have been a really good solution. I'm gonna sit and think about it, but until I actually decide, oh, we can get rid of you, we're gonna go ahead and just put these in here and continue to look for some more. But hey, it's looking up. It's a little bit better on the bright side. Now we can just find some more Sandiles or Rocks. We are good to go. Or at least a decent male, and then at least we can try to figure out the Cobblemon breeding process. Alrighty, so I've made my decision. We're gonna go with the Sandile I just caught. It's got like 20-ish attack and 12 to 15 speed, so it's kind of an in-betweener of the previous two we just caught. But there's this, where'd you go? There's a Trapinch, which I don't think I've seen very often. I'd like to catch Trapinch. Yeah, first of all, it's a good Pokemon. Second of all, it's a ground dragon type, which would be really good for us. And I believe he's a special attacker. I think so. So it'd actually be really good for us. I think it'd be a solid mix to the team. And I think with that, that leaves us with one choice of one Pokemon left we need. And there we go. I hope he's a good nature, or IV, I mean, because natures we can change. Yeah, so Sandile, 12 speed, 24 attack. Pretty solid compared to the other ones we found. 15 attack, 13 speed for Trapinch. It's okay. Like I said, though, I don't know if he's a physical or special attacker. He is definitely a physical attacker. 52 stats of physical attack with the lowered attack nature, and his special attack's only 31. And they have the same IV base as well for the attack and special attack. So yeah, he's definitely a physical attacker, but that can change when he evolves. Like Volcarona is a special attacker, but Larvesta, however, is a completely physical attacker, so it can make it harder to EV train him up. I think that's what we're gonna call the Desert Adventure, though. For now, it's pretty solid for the most part. I can't complain about that. We actually got some okay IV Pokemon, and we can add them to the team. I don't know if we'll keep Trapinch overall for the full-fledged team of 6 for 6, but he's a good temporary Pokemon that we might keep on the permanent team, sort of like Breloom. Well, at this point, it's EV training time for both these Pokemon, so speed and physical attack, I guess, for our boy Sandile. And honestly, I probably won't even touch our Trapinch right now. We'll just focus on the one Pokemon, especially since we don't know if we want to keep Trapinch, and we don't know if he being Flygon might change the fact him being more of a special attack. Now, you guys should know how EV training works, and you also know that it's very, very, very boring. So thanks to the power editing, you guys can skip all of that, and then we're going to take on some Pokemon trainers so we can actually level him up to be a little more equal to the team and evolve him at least to Rock. We did need to check, though, what is your nature? You have a lowered special attack up defense. That's not horrible for you for the most part. We can change that later. First, though, I kind of want to focus on the EV training for now. Alright, Rockstars, we've maxed out our EVs for our Sandile. Now it's time to just get working on him in his levels. Hopefully, our main goal, I just want to get him to Rock today. So that's what I want to level him up to. I don't know when he evolves. I'm assuming 30-ish, 34. So that should work out for us. It's going to be a little bit to get him up there, but it shouldn't be that bad. I should actually look at his moveset. I don't think I've done that yet. Swagger, we want to keep for now. Sandtube. Ooh, definitely want Crunch. That means we can get rid of Bite. Let's go ahead and put Home Claws on there. Swagger, Dig, Crunch, Home Claws. It's an okay moveset for now. It will work. I wish I had an EXP share that I could fight trainers with him easily, but right now I kind of need him to level up a little bit more before he's able to do that. Crunch Concentrate. Come on, little buddy. One-shot him. I know you can't do it, but you're gonna do it. Come on. Hey, he did it. Sweet. Ooh, a Silk Scar. Boost the power of a holder's normal type moves. It's actually not that bad. It's actually really useful for Slaking. Wow. But, I mean, I also have the Shell Bell on him. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I feel like, depending on how you want to run your Slaking, Shell Bell or a Silk Scarf would both be pretty good choices to have as an item on him. Hi, little Vulpix. Normally, I'd capture you, but you honestly spawn decently amount around here, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh, I didn't mean to send out Slaking of all Pokemon. Let's go. Dig, dig, dig. It's a 2-turn move, but should be super effective plus stab, which means we should, in reality, one-shot the Vulpix. There we go. A little over halfway to level 28. It's a little bit of a slow process. It really is. I wish we had a level grinder or an EXP share or just some rare candies. Any of those types of things would be pretty useful right about now to help speed up this process, especially because we don't really get above level 30s too often outside of the trainer battles, so we can't get too much one-on-one experience. We have to battle just a lot of weaker Pokemon with our Sandile to get progress. But that gave him level 28, but he did not learn a new move, sadly. I was hoping for a good move. Ooh, little Starly. Or we can fight the Sentret instead, since Starly ran away. Come here, Sentret. Eat you alive. Apparently, our Crocodile or Sandile's already ready to evolve. It was 29. I accidentally did an entire extra level, and now we have Crocorock. You don't learn or get any new moves out of that. You have Sandstorm now as an option. Not super interested into it. But Rockstars, I think that's a good place to end off today's episode. It wasn't as exciting as the last couple episodes with our shiny Slaking, but we fully EV trained a new Pokemon to add to our team. We've evolved him, and we've set him up to be ready to battle with us in the next gym battle, which without our last 2 Pokemon will still be happening next episode. I just wanted one more EV trained Pokemon before we went into the battle. So if you guys did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe down below. Lets me know you're enjoying the content we make, and I'll see y'all next time, Rockstars. Peace, peace.